back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 3 of our legendary Yuan Bo Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we are going to continue our crusade up the coastline of Lustria here, dealing with the last remaining Savage Orcs. They are building up an army over here in the Shrine of Sotek that we need to be worried about. I'm thinking their likely target is going to be the Isle of the Crimson Skulls. What we are going to do is do a bit of a gambit, spend some of our gold, and then come on in here to our Actions of Stone and Steel, our Matters of State, and go for the Rush Construction to immediately take that up to the next tier, instead of waiting 4 turns. Fantastic.
The dragon's love is
Now it's got a little bit of a better garrison as well. It's got 5 Jade Warriors, 2 crossbows, loses one of the archers, but it picks up those 2 much more heavily armored Jade Warrior crossbowmen, which are great. Also, while we are here, I think I'm going to chuck in the archer platforms. It's going to take 4 turns, so it is there is a chance they might be able to stop us. This will also give us a, well, you know what? As I say this, as soon as we deal with this army here, we're not going to have to worry about anything really attacking this province anymore. So what we're going to want to do is just go all in on, I think, let's go all in on control to start. Every time I say that, it doesn't sit right with me. We could also just do these Sky Lantern lookouts. Make sure we don't have to worry about Trickster, Cults, and Undercities. Or we can start up with the Nangao Forge, start working our way down the cannon line. We can get the normal barracks over here in the floating pyramid. Or we boost up growth as much as we can, which is what we're going to do. Then,
Celestial command.
if we really want, we could max out Yuan Bo's army with the Levy the Provinces here. Or we can go ahead and let these 4 build up, and we can grab a fortress city very early on. I just don't know where we would want to put a fortress city. This would give us an additional token. If we were to turn this province into a fortress city, we would just lose access to the goodies that you would get through the docks, because these get a bonus from the commercial district. We'd also lose the bonus from the iron. I don't know if that's that big a deal. We could make this one our main military province and go from there. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and save our steel tokens. We'll make this our first fortress city, and then when those tokens cycle on over, we'll try to make a commercial district, and then we'll maybe see about balancing things out from there. I like that quite a bit. We'll have Zhao Kang just recruit up a few more archers. We'll go archer unit spearmen, so he's got something on the front line. Yuan Bo can just come on up here and dropkick my walks. Have ourselves a proper battle.
Imminent.
Execution imminent. Clear victory, and we are going to fight this one as to not lose any units. Actually, here's a plan. We'll go ahead and set up some siege towers and 1 battering ram. We'll wait here, and maybe that'll convince this army to, instead of going after the Isle of the Crimson, come after Yuan Bo, where we would be extremely outnumbered. I think we could hold the line. Perfect. Now back to home in Cathay. You just press the home key if you want to jump quickly to your capital region. And then we'll have Yuan Mao here, where we are likely going to have a rebellion very, very soon. But since we don't have any military buildings in this province, the rebellion should just be a bunch of peasants, which we should be able to deal with. A whole bunch of shoulds there, because who knows? So what I want to do is have Yuan Mao come back over, because there's a chance to just sit there and start building up. I'm going to have him recruit some units. We're going to switch over. I like that we are in the research rate stance, but let's go ahead and switch over to this Jade Dragon's Edict. And perhaps recover things fully once we do dropkick that group of peasants. This will give the enemy even more archers. We've got plenty of front line. Imminent rebellion, perfect. We'll deal with that in due time. We also will have the summon of ancestral warriors either way. So next up is our political machinations. We can still make deals with Flaxlon. How much gold do you lizards have? Not a whole lot, and we are sitting pretty high on our treasury list. Treasury pile.
General.
What have you. Who are you at war with?
Fire and metal.
I am tempted to join this war. I don't think there's anything the other Cathayans can do to us that'll get the western provinces on side a little bit faster.
I am open to
I don't mind giving us a little bit more of a threat. I'll join your war against the dissenters of Jin Shin, and you will give me almost nothing. And you're still stamping out rats, it seems. We'll join your war, and you'll give us some gold for it.
The Emperor bears witness.
Cool. And we'll grab one more war here, because it looks like the Eastern River Lords are finishing off the Dread Flag Fleet, and I don't mind getting involved with that.
For you are in the presence
We'll join your war with the Dread Flag Fleet, and you will give me a military access pact and some gold.
Harmony is attained.
Solidifying our allegiances here in Cathay.
Leader of men.
Perfect. Looks good to me. Now we have all of the wars, and we have plenty of gold. I can just chuck in another army of peasants on this side if we really, really need to. And we'll make it instead of... Well, I say instead of a Celestial General, but they're really great. And we can have the Hammer Bros defending the mainland. I quite like that idea. Let's stay here. And in the turn. Alright, Teddy has himself a caravan encounter. An inn encounter. While resting at an inn, the caravan master is approached by a stranger claiming to be a famed adventurer who wishes to join the caravan's retinue. He will protect and fight, but his services come at a price. 500 treasury will gain an empire captain. He's not the strongest hero overall, and we don't get any of his actual skill tree, but he will be kind of just an anchor we can use to blast these crossbows in. If I didn't mention it, we had in the previous intern a couple more crossbows join our merry band, so we've got a pretty strong caravan here. So we'll add the captain. Give ourselves a secondary magistrate, more or less. He fights a bit better than the magistrate does, though.
Celestial General.
Alright, so Gun is deciding to be rude and raiding our lands.
Stay vigilant.
Let's jump into March.
Avoid ambush.
Avoid ambush in March stance. Sounds about right. And nothing else to be done here in
Leader of men.
the homeland. So let's head on back over to Yuan Bo. Where did this army go?
Let their wounds.
There was a whole force of savage orcs. Where did they go? Shrine of Sotek's even upgrading. I am super confused. Are they just hiding behind here, or maybe they're just right outside of our line of sight? Either way, we're gonna go ahead and
For battle.
grab Pahwaks, annex this into our lands. This will be a decisive victory with low casualties. We still want to fight this one because Savage Orcs usually do pack quite a wallop on the auto-resolve. Especially, we'll probably lose about half of all of our spears. No go for me. Let's take it to them. Alright, I'm pretty sure Yuan Bo could probably handle this battle entirely by himself. Let's start deployment. We have our Jade warriors in their towers, and actually we are going to likely not be trying to send the towers in right off the bat. I want Yuan Bo to be driving some of these Savage Orcs off the wall because both our Jade warriors and our Peasant Long Spearmen are going to struggle aggressively against the oppressive force that is these Savage Orcs and their naked painted hides. They believe in themselves so much that they become the protagonists. Let's go ahead and get our archers set up for a nice blanket of arrow fire. Good old Construct Lion. Are you a siege attacker? No, which is unfortunate and quite sad. Just Yuan Bo. Even on foot he counts. Okay. What we'll do is we'll probably turn him into a dragon, because I think the Cathayan lords that can fly can still capture zones. So we'll turn him into a dragon, fly over the top, and see about clearing out the zone and capturing it from that side. Should be great. Let's do our sneaky business and try to split up the enemy units a bit. Grab the main characters, all of our infantry. You are one of the main characters there, Battle Kitty. And then the Onyx Crowmen and the Great Longbow Riders. Oh yeah, our Spearmen. For now, you guys are gonna hide in the woods. Maybe. Turns out this is not a very dense jungle. Okay, only you aren't hiding. We'll just scoot them over a little bit then. Try to stay out of each other's way. We'll send those spearmen in one at a time. Alright then. Send you straight on into the walls there, Yuan Bo, and we'll have...
of Cathay.
Actually, probably not a bad idea to at least send in one of the armored guys so we can kind of surround the enemies.
To a red mist. The
To a
better
red
to
mist.
water our fields and trouble our families no more.
Alright, he's bringing the aggression this battle. That's actually a speech I've never heard.
The day is done.
Even in our other Yuan Bo campaign.
Jade dragon moving.
Alright, go ahead and take the skies there, Jade Dragon. I'm gonna have this set of towers start moving forward, and we're gonna have the lion. Have our longbow and crows going over the top. Archers moving on in as well. Right there looks perfect. I'm gonna move these towers up just to be a distraction, so like right over here. Then you just move forward enough to actually get that crossbow firing. There's no lords for us to deal with, but let's just go after Henri right off the bat. Are they sending guys out the gates? What is going on? Go ahead and land in this big blob.
The celestial watches.
Jade Dragon is a monster down on the field. Here come the crow and longbows. We'll make sure the crow don't hit the field first, otherwise they will take lots of damage. Fighting the Jade Dragon. Let's go back towards these Savage Orc Arrow boys. As soon as we've got our longbow and crows here, we'll have them go after wherever the Lord is. Oh, he's got one unit with him. How clever. 3 towers for us to knock down. Not yet. Gotta keep the longbow moving then. They're being goofy with their deployment on their archers. Fair enough. Be able to fire on anyone? Doesn't look like it, so let's see about throwing a fireball at these orcs. Wherever you need to get to do that.
True child of the dragon.
You two. Let's come on back and get ready for this tower. And then we can just zoom back after those arrow boys if we really need to. One of those having a great time.
Light as a cloud.
In fact, we might just have them go back there and deal with that group of arrow boys. And the crows can go after the tower.
Peasant spearman.
Alright. Blades up. Looks like they're gonna try to surround our Jade Warriors. You guys just stay there for now. I'm not sure what's going on there. Just keep dragging the Jade Dragon through these, more or less just bags of flesh. Not stopping him. Oh, we're going for all the friendly fire. I'm here for it. Archers, let's go ahead and move up a little bit further so we've got even better firing arcs. We'll move the spearmen in.
For the moon dragon.
And then where's my Jade kitty cat? Send it on in to start chomping on the gates.
The time for certainty is gone.
Alright, so all of our archers now have them focus this group of savage orcs, and I'm sure that will be a lovely blanket of fire. You do the same with that double crossbow. Longbow should be bodying this group of arrow boys. Perfect. Send the piranhas after the tower. You lads can go help. We'll bring the longbow back around. Meanwhile, who's stopping the Jade Dragon? Absolutely nobody. Keep getting them, bud. Guess you guys can't both attack the tower? Interesting. That's fine. We'll let the crows do it. You can come on in and get a charge on one of these other archer groups that's still trying to survive. I've lost a few crows. I don't like that. So by a few, I mean one. Come on, a little bit more damage. And then you guys have a date with some archers as well. There it is. Get moving. Lovely blanket of fire. They're doing their best. Oh, they actually let our lion in.
The dragon's ash.
Jade warriors, you come on down.
In ordered rank.
Lion, you just drop some fire through. You see how many kills Yuan Bo has? He's styling on him though.
Celestial strength.
I'm thinking that's it. How many kills are you up to? 125? That's actually not as many as I would have expected, but still. A heap of bloody corpses at his feet.
Warriors.
I think I decided to send you in as well.
Master.
Top of the hill, or on top of the
Infinite pride.
wall.
Repositioning.
Perfect, who's left? Looks like no one. Balls due on bow. Much better than the auto resolve would have done to us. And battle. Alright, actually only 39 fall. I believe we have 120 Jade Warriors normally. Perfect, we could go ahead and sack the settlement, but I think that would be dragging it back a little bit too far. Although that would give us a little bit more progression towards the stone and steel tokens, we're just going to go ahead and claim Hawks. It is a capital.
Across the world.
That'll bump us up 5% more in our research rate.
Yuan Bo.
Thank goodness it actually converted into a normal settlement when we claimed it. Got a spice market for now. I kind of want to go ahead and tear this out. But it is giving us some income, so we'll leave it for now.
For Cathay.
We'll give you that final point into sure aim, bumping up your peasant archers range by 10% and missile strength by 9%. That's for everyone that is firing out a bow of some kind.
Dragon.
Or Kevin Ma. Not a lot of corruption up here, so let's just give you the Blade Master finally. 650 is not bad in terms of stats.
Lord Magistrate reporting.
Xiao Kang, let's go for improved inspiring presence. Gives us 75 experience, 33% extra leadership size, and then more leadership for everyone around him. Go ahead and give you a Sword Master as well, even though there's no Jade Warriors in your army. In fact, that'd be a bad call. Where are you at? Yuan Bo. You got at least one Jade Warrior. Makes them a bit cheaper. Less corruption, more control. We'll keep that where it currently is.
Keeper.
Might not mind grabbing the Key Master here with Kevin. Beautiful stuff. So, Xiao Kang, you keep recruiting more units. Let's go one more Peasant Spear, one more Archer. Bringing the lads in out of the fields for sure. Contemplation Gardens here at the Isle of the Crimson.
The dragon's love is in doubt.
Indeed. We zoom on over to Yuan Mao, who's in large stance.
Celestial General.
I don't want to come on out of the settlement and see if we can't convince them to attack him. They likely won't, but I'd still like to try. Not much to do up here in the north.
What?
New world colonies we could go for a non-aggression pact with. I think we're going to wipe them out this time, though. In our first campaign, we stayed friends with them. I don't believe we are going to do so this time. These colonies are in our way. It's the Jade Dragon colonies versus the Imperial ones.
Fire and
Absolutely take the military access with
of the power
little brother
of
Zhao.
fire.
Celeste.
Leader of men.
He's only a little bit crazy, don't worry about it. So Grievous is likely... Actually, I have no idea. We'll find out here once we end the turn. Let's come on back over to Yuan Bo, where the action is.
Of the meteor winds.
Agreed. I guess we're giving you a few more archers. We will make you a proper army at some point. Alright, the turn is again ours. Yuan Mao is now a disciplinarian because we're spending multiple turns in a settlement with low control. But our drill training is done, so we've got harmony brings unity, and unity brings efficiency. Warriors of Moin and Field must be taught to trust one another implicitly. For each is an extension of the Dragon Emperor's will, fighting as one. Yeah, they're not the 40k empire at all. We've got 2 extra recruit rank for our peasant long spears and more leadership as well. We've got a ton of them right now, so that works out.
Sorcery. Through me.
Alright, Yuan Bo, let's do a bit of sneaky business. Go into a ambush.
I will oversee the supply train.
Practice up some calligraphy. 80% chance to succeed in our ambush.
The celestial sorcerer.
And we'll jump out of Pahwok, so that way the control continues to decline. That way we might be able to smack down a rebellion. Still a good chance he might choose to go after the Isle of the Crimson Skull. But I think we can hold the line there, even or especially with our ancestral warriors.
Harmony above all.
You get a few more archers. Lucky you. And then we've got 5 turns for another population point. Let's go for Floating Pyramid. That way I can grab the Jade Warriors barracks. We definitely need to upgrade out of Spearmen.
Instrument of the divine.
Gunsu elects to fall. He's got shotguns. Blows victory. Low casualties. There's nothing really important nearby. We'll just go ahead and eject these guys into space.
We are Cathay's true bastion.
Indeed we are. And we'll go ahead and slay these fools. Arrogant traitors.
Death to Cathay's enemies.
For a bit more experience.
General of the celestial
And
host.
send a message, of course. So, Yuan Mao, you just come on back to
Establish a
Shangwu.
safe route for my council.
And while you're here, do you just need a couple more 100 archers?
Attention.
Big perhaps. Let's go upgrade to the Baleful Hills. That way we can put back in the recruitment building over here as well. And we can also upgrade the livestock bins for some more growth and income. Double whammy.
Serve from the front.
Serve from the front. Yuan Mao, that means how close are you to Leader of Men? Let's go ahead and save skill points. That way we can kind of smash through here quickly into the Titanic Impact. Getting this Vortex is going to be very key. Since we're not going to recruit any units, let's go ahead and put you in a march and actually come up to the Baleful Hills. That way we can kind of better keep an eye on what's going on up here in the north. You can reach. That's perfect. 11 extra control here. Lovely. We skip through. Check our diplomacy though, because there's a ton of Cathayan. No.
General.
No reason to be friends with you, New World Colonies. There can be only one. Friends with Young
Celestial
Sun, though.
General.
We're
Instrument of
closing
the
in
divine.
on a confederation here with the Jade Custodians. The Dread Flag fleet is pushing them back, it looks like, so we need to keep that in mind. So Ming Fan has a pretty huge force here, so hopefully he can just bring the hammer down and finish them. If he loses, though, there's a good chance they are going to be willing for a quick confederation. Let's go ahead and pop back over to Yuan Bo. And that'll be the turn. Alright, we've now built 3 buildings that contribute to harmony. So we missed the flavor text on this one. I'll read through now. Cathayan factions can choose to maintain stability through between the forces of yin and yang, or focus on either opposed principle. Both balance and imbalance have their own rewards and debuffs. Many buildings are either yin or yang aligned. Levels of yin and yang contribute to the overall harmony. I'm gonna flip-flop back and forth between yang and yang all the time. That's just gonna be how it is. I contribute to an overall harmony level for each province. Strive for balance while you raise buildings that contribute to harmony across your burgeoning state. Learn about harmony here. You gain 3,000 treasury and a Maw Shard, which will deal damage to yourself, but give you 40% more spell mastery, which is just damage to your spells, for looks like 22 seconds. Not one I normally like to use, but you can buff up some Cataclysm spells with the Blue Scribes, which is pretty crazy. Go Trick and Felix. Looks like they're going to show up in every one of our campaigns. Disciplinarian here for Zhao Kang, and Caravan completed. Teddy Lee has gained us 5,200 gold. Swimming in coins once more. We've got the Angkor chain. We are going to be immediately giving to Yuan Bo. Oh, he's got the Crystal of Kunlan currently. If I didn't explain what this does, it will just looks like every 60 seconds will explode in combat, which is pretty good. But the Angkor chain gives you 6 defense, 12% resistance, and then immune to psychology. Go ahead and switch that off, and we'll give the Crystal of Kunlan to Yuan Mao. And then this Luck Stone, which was just resistances, We'll give that over to Kevin
The
Ma.
Emperor's architect.
Maw Shard.
The Celestial Command.
I guess we will give that to Yuan Bo, since he doesn't have any magical items just yet. We'll have to keep in mind that, I mean, he has a lot of health for
It's never
a normal unit being a dragon. Especially when you transform into a dragon. Now it's time to grow our forces by recruiting 30 new units. Wars rage the length and breadth of this land. In order to survive, we need to build up our troops.
Keeper of
Indeed.
Wuxing.
Since Grievous decided to not move, we can't quite reach him. In that case, we're just gonna sneaky on over here. And have Zhao Kang come up to recruit
Reporting. This way lies
good old Gotrek and Felix. And I'm gonna send them across the sea lanes here to go help out back at home. I think that's gonna be the best call with them. We can now select a new Wujing compass direction, and I think we've been doing just fine with the Great Bastion. Let's switch over to the Celestial Lake to increase our control in Cathay and Owen regions, as well as give us a little bit more income and a chance of winds of magic increasing in our own regions as well. So will help us out with more magics and more income and control. Celestial Lake is what I usually will have this thing set to. Quite often. We're up to 3 steel tokens. Awesome.
Always.
Do we have any more heroes we could actually recruit in yet? No, and we shouldn't even have the Gate Master. Have to keep in mind that our first tier 3 barracks isn't going to give us any more
Sorcerer.
capacity. So here we go on Mao. I'd like to press up it. Good grief. What if these were all his armies? Are the Lazargs our friends? Doesn't look like it. Iron Dragon, you've got 2 armies here. Surely you can handle one of the ogres.
General.
And what I'm going to do with the Celestial General is press aggressively north towards Taitsu. 3 turns before the Baleful Hills and Shangwu are done, so yeah, we'll just start
General of the Celestial
moving
Host.
towards Taitsu.
Celestial
I'm going to
General.
go all the way, because I'd perhaps go for an ambush and then reach them next turn.
The magistrates.
I guess we'll just go all the way here.
From the rear. But fighting or dying, I inspire my men.
There we go. If Taitsu doesn't fall to the rats hiding in Jingpo. Might want to get an additional lord over here. You have quite the buffer states with the Jade Custodians and the Eastern River Lords. Alright, well let's jump into diplomacy real fast.
Sigma's
Jump through to see if anyone wants any. They're so close. You know what, we'll go ahead and actually pay them for the Defensive Alliance.
Friend.
I take that back. We need our gold.
Of men.
Will, however, send out a new caravan. He's going to return in 2 turns. That's no good. We're going to build up another one. We'll have 2 caravans kind of rotating here. Artisans have more range for all missiles. The Clandestine one is great for the elite units. 10% more missile range. Sounds fantastic. Too good to pass up. So we've got Tanzi Tao. Welcome. Fill up your cargo van, and we'll send you out towards... Oh, Marienburg is owned by the Barrow Legion. Huh. Well, let's send you out to Franklin, then. To Altdorf you go. And once again, we'll zoom back over towards the Sneaky Dragon, and we'll end the turn.
It is a burden being in execution.
So, I just watched them sail out and get wiped out by the Dark Elves. That was a thing. We've got a new caravan encounter. Hungry, hungry ogres. There's a stench on the air. Unmistakable aroma of cooking bones. A band of ogres burst forth, drool dripping from their mouths. Thankfully, and only in their mouths. They look on hungrily at your retinue. Their leader shouts out his demand. They'll let you pass if they can eat some of your meat. And they don't mean the cargo in the caravan. Who do you think you are? You've just got some Noblars and some Taper Tusks. They do have a Slaughtermaster of Beasts, which will make mincemeat of our peasants, but I think we can handle it. Struck versus Tanzi. We fight. Swords out, boys. Got a lovely head of hair. They don't normally have a samurai bun. That's awesome. Alright then. Gonna give us a Pyrrhic victory. If we were to give this to the auto resolve, so we need to fight it ourselves. Don't think the Ogre Bulls have Strider, and neither do the Saber Tusks, so we want to fight our infantry in probably this set of trees. Get to it. Okay, so we've got a snowy peak to fight on. This is awesome. We will still want to definitely push up into this set of woods here, so let's go. I'm going to do Jade Warriors behind, Jade Warriors up front.
Warriors!
Spears on the sides, and then one right behind those Jade Warriors, so they're going to have to double up the damage from one of the spears sticking in front. The damage is coming down for the flock of crows there is going to be unfortunate. So a little bit. Trying to make this a, excuse me.
Peasant spearmen.
Embarrassing me in front of my wizard friends.
well equipped.
There we go, that's a little bit better.
Shenyang.
Want them a little bit more rank and file with the Jade Warriors, though. Here we go. They should be an extra chunky line. We'll have these lanterns on either side because they're completely invulnerable except for to the crow damage.
Peasant spearmen.
Jade Warriors!
Jade Warriors for with the Saber Tusk get around behind, and we can also use them to charge in. Battle is committed. Archers for dealing with the enemy lord, and our own in the center. This looks quite professional. Not that it is. Get everyone together. Let's do the thing. That'll begin. Alright, everyone, move up.
It's only 10 dragons. Let the dragon's love spur us towards celestial victory.
That is, he was spitting those words out. Victory. Spur them onwards. We need to quickly get into the woods here. That way we can fight these ogres a little bit more effectively. Let's go ahead and just stop here. Pull these guys a little bit more in. On your side here. That'll work. You focus the larger targets, and you can just start blasting Slaughtermaster. We've got guns all around, so they'll even start shooting at the dudes on the other sides of them as well. Perfect. Yep, there goes the Flock of Doom. Go ahead and make sure these spearmen are going after the Slaughtermaster. Caught there. Perfect. Send in the other Jade Warriors. Archers, go ahead and target the Ogre Bulls first. Be around behind them. Where did those hounds go? Ah, they managed to sneak in. That's not great. Jade Warriors, you switch. Wrong Jade Warriors. Well done. That's a pretty good surround on us. Absolutely nothing we can do about it. Have your rifle shots going after the Beastmaster. Alright, archers, you guys fire on the Beastmaster as well. I guess the Slaughtermaster. First group of bulls is fleeing. Now it's more or less just the test of time. We hold the line. Show them Cathay and steel. Show the cats what it means to be poked in the face multiple times by a sharp stick. Formation attack not actually failing us here. Enemy lord fleeing for the hills. Let's go ahead and have you guys focus your rifles on those ogre bulls. They should be really susceptible to that. Return and help out these Noblars, which is a desperate fight between these peasants. The Noblars break, and with the daring tactics of our lord here, the victorious. Got a lot of ogres to try to run down though for the extra experience. To all in a moment. Alright, and we show that everyone does indeed have an Achilles. Didn't do the best job showing off our new Sky Lanterns, so I'll try to get a little bit more action shots with them the next time we have a fight with our Caravan Master here. We're going to go ahead and think we'll just take the veneration is so small, it's not even worth claiming. We'll just go ahead and take the extra experience.
Mercy would
Mercy would be foolish after they ambushed us in the mountains, indeed. Not to barter for our soldiers' lives. Exotic animal pen here. Also, we could stack them up. We could also go for artillery. Or just continue to max out growth. I think here in the home province, we're going to go for the... We need archer platforms, do we? Control's only moving up by 3, so let's go ahead and grab the conscription field here. The other building actually has more control, but we're going to try to lean us into the yin alignment to just boost up control, construction cost reduction, and then eventually you can even drop construction time for your buildings down by 1, which is pretty nice once you get up to that bonus. You do lose a bit of your research rate. We can balance it out pretty nicely just by claiming more provincial capitals.
I'll fight from the front.
Zhang Yi,
Unsheath blades.
are you ready? Yeah, it looks like he might be ready. He's bringing with him a lot of Jade warriors. We're just gonna go ahead and give you to the auto resolve. Sorry, bud.
For honor, not fame.
For honor, not fame. Standard of Wei Jin. For allies, it gives them leadership. For enemies, it drops leadership. Fantastic. It's gonna go right on to our Celestial General here. Go ahead and claim Taitsu.
And hold it.
You should have thought about it before fighting our fantastic general. Rank 9 now. Can bounce right on through, so we'll go leader of men. I'm thinking we want the Hammer of Wei Jin for the first one here, for that just maximum bonkage with his hammer. He is solid anyway, so it's going to be boosting up that weapon strength even further. Hammer of Wei Jin, he's almost a legendary lord now. 756 armor-piercing weapon strength. Yes, please. And the whole army is going to be boosted up by 10%. Snag this Titanic Impact as well, so now we've got the Rattled effect, dropping attack and defense effectively by 8 and 10, which is pretty hefty. Then the Celestial Sweep. Sweeping the enemies right
You would
away
turn
into
down
sleep.
such weaponry.
You would turn down such weaponry. So you're going to hold the line here in Taitsu.
Servant of the dragons.
Demolish this wares market. Wouldn't even mind handing this over to the likes of little brother Zhao, because it'll make him a firmer ally and a faster confederation. For Yuan Bo, since the Valanduil dealt with our enemies, we're just going to go ahead and claim the Shrine of Sotek then. Pokemon in the Lore Master while we do so. Liberated from the Blue Vipers.
Let their wounds
We stack it, the Dark Elves will just claim it, so we're going to go ahead and yoink that away. Kevin Ma has a Warhorse. Now he's doing his best Three Kingdoms impression. Likely going to keep him on foot though, so he's a bit more tanky and has a harder time being shot down by enemy missiles. Yuan Bo though is now a seasoned campaigner, as everyone will be who's fighting over here in Lustria, so 10% more movement, less attrition, and perfect vigor.
for Cathay.
Which is fairly insane. I'm here for it. Hello, Lord of Wei Jin. Diplomatic relations plus 15 with Grand Cathay, more melee attack and defense for all of our Jade warriors. Alright. Yes, please. The other unique is the armies of the Celestial Court next turn, which will give us more uses for the Wujing Compass-bound spells, bonus V infantry for Onyx Crowman and all of our lions, spell resistance for our Jet Lions, and then mastery of the Elemental Winds for all of our Jade Lions. That is an extreme power spike for our Shadows of Change units.
A change from my scrolls.
A change from your scrolls. Kevin, we'll go ahead and take you off that Warhorse. And then, is there any of the items we want to kind of move around? Armor of Fortune on the Jade Dragon sounds perfect. Okay, as for your skills, we got Bandolier, more ammo. Full plate armor. Protects the wearer head to foot. Probably going to be hard to hit then. Increases tankiness. Since this isn't going to be reload time reduction, it's just ammo. Ammo's great, but it's kind of secondary to anything else.
I will make
Okay, you go
my
ahead and recruit up
ancestors proud.
the dynamic duo.
Guided by
I don't think you have to be in March. We'll see, though. Gotrek and Felix offer their services.
Dragon expects
You have managed to meet the legendary duo Gotrek and Felix while they travel through the province. Over some tankards of ale, Gotrek reveals to you that he is seeking the most heroic death possible. Felix suggests that he and Gotrek join your cause. The Slayer seems unenthusiastic at first, but it is soon persuaded that you can help him achieve the great doom he craves. Felix tells you privately that really he welcomes the safety and numbers our forces will provide. We shall hire them.
Gotrek, journey son. Well, now I'm hungry. Nothing like a bloodbath to work up an appetite.
Now I can sheath my sword and put quill to paper.
At least for a time. Gotrek and Felix join up.
Armor is for major.
Got Gotrek, the greatest or not greatest Slayer alive, as he is unable to be felled by beasties, but he's a monster in combat. He's also taken down some of the big bads plaguing the world, so while he is the worst Slayer because he hasn't fallen, he's also the best Slayer because he is dealing with all of the nightmares no one else can.
Keep up.
So let's go ahead and bring Gotrek and Felix down to defend Spectazuma. We can probably send them by themselves to clear out the rats. Xiao Kang,
Lord Magistrate.
we'll leave you here, recruiting up a few more units. Let's go a couple more peasant spearmen for a front line.
Eye of the Emperor.
Yuan Bo, we're almost rank 10, which will give us the Bandits of the Silver Road. I probably don't want any bandits in Yuan Bo's army. That doesn't seem to be something he would abide. Next after that is the Zhangu War Drum, though. Alright.
Why does the Emperor forsake us?
4 turns, we could upgrade the Isle of the Crimson Skull, or 1 to get High Sentinel up and double its growth. Let's go for that first. Alright. Back over to Cathay, which is a long ways away.
Dragon's love is in doubt.
We have to do the same thing. We're going to upgrade here the Bridge of Heaven, that way we can get in the Fur resource camp.
First among warriors.
I'm going to go ahead and have you... How many turns would it be for you guys to replenish up? That's actually not bad, so we'll keep your veterancy and not combine your units for now.
Celestial General.
Right, excellent stuff. That 15 relations bonus for Cathayans.
Boss over bosses.
We can get a trade agreement with Greasus. Sounds good to me.
I need to decide is which part of you to eat first.
No. The blade is what you'll get first. So we're going to trade 80 and they'll gain... Oh no, we'll gain 550 and they'll gain 80. Beautiful.
Whatever I decide.
Maybe you should be better at trading there, Greasus.
Obey
General.
We are robbing you. Ming Fan has not dealt the killing blow, so I'm not going to go ahead and pay him for any kind of
Above all.
defensive agreements. We'll just let him prove himself worthy. Ooh, skill points for Teddy. Let's go ahead and give him the cargo capacity for his next journey.
A worthy addition to my arsenal.
Worthy addition to his arsenal. Back over with Papa Bo. And the turn.
I cannot fail the
New
Emperor.
quest has been issued. Armor of the Dragon's Gaze. We need to occupy, loot, raise, or sack 3 different settlements. And the shining jewels of brilliant Jade are said to lie hidden throughout this land, looted by enemy powers too foolish to know their worth. According to ancient rumor, such gems are teeming with mystic energy, granting boundless sight to any who should possess them. Armor adorned with such jewels would be a powerful boon indeed. One need only wrench the shining stones to the hands of the unworthy. 5,000 treasury and the armor of the Dragon's Gaze. Give us even more relations with Cathay, as well as the ability Armor of the Dragon's Gaze. So it looks like allies will gain some ward save. Well, he gains ward save, and then allies will become immune to psychology, and get 4 extra leadership. Not bad. Oh, lovely, we got an ambush. the Ogre Kingdoms approach. Tanzi, hopefully you have, well, I guess the only hope is there's not that many ogres across the field here. We will pick up with the next episode with an ambush against the big beefy boys, but for now I'm out of time for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by part 3 of our Jade Dragon campaign. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub phone. See you in the next one.